everyone for OneWrestling.com. Welcome back to the Apter Chat. And today, someone who I traveled down many WCW roads with, but haven't seen him in years. And I saw him here at www.legendsofthering.com. Chuck Palumbo, it's great to see you again.
Wonderful to see you.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Actually, when was your last stint in WCW?
Oh, gosh. It had to be maybe mid-2008.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And
That
that's
was
probably the last time you and I spoke. So tell us from the days when WCW ended for you, what have you been doing?
Well, let's see. I immediately, after I left WWE in 2008, I immediately, I had a motorcycle shop and called CP Customs. And
where was this?
That's in San Diego, California.
Okay.
And I immediately just got my head down and got to work in my shop. I knew my last 2 years working with Vince in the WWE, my plan was to finish up with him and go to the shop full time.
Oh, that's right. You went from WCW to WWE.
Yes.
Correct.
So when I finished up with Vince, I went right into the motorcycle shop. But that's led on to new things. I have a show on Discovery called Lords of the Car Hordes, where we meet these hoarders, but they hoard classic cars.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Not your basic Ford or whatever.
No, and the funny thing is this...
Ford Focus, I was trying to say.
Definitely not a Ford Focus. Maybe a Mustang, but not a Focus. But anyway, they hoard these classic cars, and they have all intentions of rebuilding them into show cars.
Right.
But they just never get down to it. So what we do is we come in, and I try to clear out some of the hoard to finance that dream build car they've always wanted to do.
Okay.
And we give them back the dream car. So we had a great first season on Discovery. We got great feedback, and they commissioned a season 2.
That's great.
Yeah.
And when is the show on the Discovery Network?
Right now, it's rerunning season 1 on Discovery all different times and Velocity all different times. Okay. But season 2 should start airing in March.
2015.
Yes.
Okay.
So right now we're in production for season 2.
So make sure you check your local cable listings, and if they don't have those networks, call your cable provider and demand it, correct?
Yes, and now with the internet and all this stuff, you can go to discovery.com. The show is Lords of the Car Hordes. You can click right on my show, and they'll tell you all about what's going on. So.
All right, so one of the things that we need to address recently happened, and I know Sean O'Haire was a dear friend of yours. He was part of the Natural Born Thrillers. I heard the news. Because I had talked to Sean, I don't know, maybe about a year ago online, and of course everything seemed fine. When was the last time you talked to him? And tell us about your friendship, your working with him, and when you heard about the news.
You know, I haven't spoke to him in a long time, and that wasn't because of lack of effort. We were great friends, but I was on the West Coast. He's in Hilton Head, South Carolina, so we really never crossed paths when we both left the wrestling business.
Right.
You know, I believe he had so much untapped potential that we never got to see.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
You know, outside of the wrestling business, we didn't hang out, but in the wrestling business, we were close friends. And, you know, at that time in WCW, you got to remember, we were both young guys learning, and they put us in a tag team and put us out there on TV as these young green guys, and it was a great experience.
When your time working with him, tell us what type of work ethic he had when he was with you.
Well, you know, I think he was genuinely excited to be in the business. Yeah. He was a great athlete, and he busted his butt, you know, and he liked being on the road too.
Right.
At the time, we were both training at the power plant, which wasn't easy by any means if you know anybody who's been there.
Oh, no, it definitely was not, I know.
I'm not sure if it was the healthiest way to break in the business,
yeah. But a lot of people did, and very successfully as well.
And it worked out, and he was on his way. I think there was a lot of untapped potential. I never thought we got to see what he could really do.
Yeah.
But, you know, in wrestling, it's tough because one or two people's opinion of you can a lot of times dictate your career.
Oh, absolutely.
So
you can alter it in a positive way or a negative way as well.
So, you know, you don't know where he could have went.
Yeah.
People look at him or talk about him, they say, gosh, Sean O'Haire, that guy could have been, or I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
But you never know why.
Right.
And I can't put my finger on it.
Exactly.
Did he have the talent? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And did he have the right attitude for it? Absolutely.
Okay.
But you just never know why.
What about you coming back to the world of pro wrestling, sports entertainment?
I'll never wrestle again.
Why? Why?
It's just I'm really happy to be able to do what I love to do with the motorcycles and cars.
Yeah, great.
And I get to do it as an entertainer with the television show on Discovery. So I'm kind of like right where I want to be.
Yeah.
I love wrestling, but I never saw myself as a guy that was going to spend 15 or 20 years in the business.
It was kind of like a passing through to where you're winding up with your motorcycle business. Yeah.
I grew up in the motorcycle and car business, and I always wanted to get back to that. I think wrestling for me was more of a means to get back to it.
Yeah.
It was like a platform to be able to showcase what I could do.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of great, talented car and motorcycle builders out there that didn't get the opportunity I had to be on TV and be able to make that transition.
Do people come into your shop and say, I know you, you're Chuck Palumbo, you used to wrestle, right?
Right, and I think that's helped my business.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I'm just lucky in that way. But I've had to prove myself in the car and motorcycle industry just because a lot of times people think, oh, he's the wrestler guy who got into this business.
Yeah.
This is our business, because the car and motorcycle business is tight like the wrestling
Oh,
business.
right. It's a cult of its own. Yeah.
So I had to prove myself as a craftsman in the motorcycle and car industry. And I think I've finally done that. And I'm enjoying it.
Has Eric Bischoff talked to you a lot about this? Because he's Mr. Cycle, isn't he?
Eric is definitely a car and motorcycle guy. Actually, I flew in late last night, and I went down to grab something to eat at the bar, and I ran into Eric.
Oh, that's great.
And he's filming a show close by where my show is filmed. And
He produces TV shows with Jason Hervey, for those of you who don't know that.
I think it's Hervey Bischoff Productions. And Eric,
Bischoff Hervey, I don't know.
Eric's got a great sense for television.
Yes, he does.
And he proved that back in the day with WCW.
Oh, absolutely.
It was incredible. 86 weeks.
Yeah,
in a row.
the Monday Night War, which you can see on the WWE Network, of course, for $9.99.
Yeah. It's incredible that they don't have pay-per-views now. I just found out today that you can.
Some carriers still have it, but it's mainly the WWE Network.
Yeah, so you can watch all the pay-per-views on that?
$9.99 per month gets you all their programming, including the pay-per-views.
I don't know how you can make money doing that.
I don't either, but they're doing it. Before we go, Alex, would you take a quick shot of this? I love this shirt. Actually, I want this shirt, but
I'll send you one.
That's great because, as you know, my days growing up, Mil Máscaras and all the luchadors. Tell us about this.
Well, I tried to incorporate my shop and my past life of wrestling into one. So I came with this CP Customs design. It's an old lucha mask, so it kind of has a little history about who I was before I started my custom car motorcycle shop.
I can see the handlebars of a motorcycle here and here, so it kind of works. Chuck Palumbo, thank you so very much for being here on the Apter Chat. And we always do this. Point your index finger right to the camera. We'll see you at the matches or in the motorcycle show. Oh, wait. Where can people find you on social media?
Thank you. I'm just starting to get into the social media thing. So if you go to my website, cpcustoms.com, you'll find my Twitter page, which is Chuck Palumbo. You'll find I have an Instagram page now, which is Chuck Palumbo. And also, if you go to discovery.com, you can check out my show, Lords of the Car Hordes. And we're airing in 260 markets around the world now. Everywhere else in the world, it airs at, it's called Extreme Car Hoarders everywhere else. Yeah. So check it out on discovery.com. And
got to get it on the WWE Network, too.
I don't know if Vince will go for that.
I don't know. All right. Now let's do that. We'll see you at the matches.